It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by from...
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the one. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
We'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
On second and 7, Darnold.
The man is Kmet, the tight end.
Darnold's pass.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
16 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Darnold's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
The shotgun snap for Darnold.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Darnold's pass. Complete to...
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brings up third.
Darnold to throw again. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Bears 3, Vikings nothing.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step, because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Irv Smith. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
Now he dumps this off over the middle and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
They'll go to the air here on third and 2.
That's good.
That's caught on the right side at Smith. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the
now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second down.
His throw is incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side.
The pass.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
Ties the game at 3-3.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest. Let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
7-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Darnold from the gun. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
3-3.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
On the play. And the Bears first down.
Now a run with Montgomery. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Darnold now to throw.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. in good position, 1st and 10.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
His pass caught at the 4.
And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side. Go for that pylon. Get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Bradley
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Over the middle to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
To Irv Smith. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 14. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back.
And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up
Well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to over.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Chris Jones, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The quarterback taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal.
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A gain of 6 there on first.
45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers.
As he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. The first of 4 games this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the New York Giants from 3-13 to the playoffs, taking on the San Francisco 49ers, who went from 4-12 to an NFC West title. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Side throw complete to Adams. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter.
A 5-yard gain brings up
2nd and 15.
At the 31-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Montgomery on the counter. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield.
Montgomery again, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard.
Darnold's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
2nd and 4.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Again, the ball carrier.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Darnold on 1st down.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Ball carried by number 24.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is caught.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll set up to throw. And it's an incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other. Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning,
and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith.
2nd and 3.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Dalvin Cook on the carry. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 2.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Lightning 6.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 28-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. This one not in the win column just yet, but on the road is the 6th seed. They are close to pulling off the upset.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them. I'm like you. It's not over yet, but I'm going to go ahead and project here. Win this one. Think about the momentum now that you carry, right? You carry that forward. And look, home field's a big deal in the playoffs, but the really good teams, and we've seen it plenty of times in NFL history, they can go on the road and win. And a win here would allow them to do exactly that.
First, the road doesn't get much easier as you have to face the top seed next week, but they'll deal with that then.
Hey, they'll take this win and take on the top seed anywhere because they're still in the playoffs and still live for a chance at the Super Bowl. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense about ready to take over again.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
At the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. On the ground, it's Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal. The ball carried by number 39. The tackle.
Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Bears 17. Vikings 9.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11 at the 41. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. Hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.